What's up, people? This is Frank again from Civ Armory. I have a few EDC options to go over with you guys. Ready? All right, so I use all of these lights somewhere or another in my EDC. I'll call it a kit, depending on where I'm going, what I'm doing. So I was gonna kind of go over a few of the Olight EDC options, tell you where they fit in, and my recommendations for you. All right, so we'll start with these two options over here, battery powered options. So we have your i3T. There's also an i5T, which is a little bit longer and I believe takes an additional battery. So this is one AAA battery. It is not the brightest light by any means, but it's sufficient enough for the job. And by that, I mean, I usually keep one of these in my backpack or clipped onto, a shoulder strap or something like that. If I'm leaving the house, I have to have a light somewhere. So this is definitely somewhere, whether it's in a backpack or secondary bag or something like that, or even my first aid kit. Sometimes I'll have one of these in there. And let me tell you that I've had to fix my vehicle on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere at night. And the ability to clip this right on my hat and get to work in my engine bay was huge. To be able to use it hands-free was such a big deal. So I really like it. And for the price point at I want to say less than $30 for these, I really do think that they are a great option. I'm not going to recommend this as the one and only. I'll get to that in a minute. But I do think there's a place for this, and if you already use a bunch of AAA batteries for anything, or you have extra stashed away, then always a good option, right? It's a durable light. I love it. Super bright for what it is. It's super bright. It does the job, all right? All right, here's the i3. Not very powerful. Not very powerful, but it serves its purpose close range. Secondary option I have here is I use the little i3 EOS, all right? So I love this because it's a keychain flashlight, and if I've already got stuff on my keychain, might as well have a flashlight too. I'll use this daily because I'm driving. What I like about this is if I give my kids the keys, or my wife the keys to the car, the truck, she has a light if she needs it or if they need it. I just like having an extra light. This works perfect. I actually have one of these on every one of my kids' lanyards with the house key flashlight. This way they just have something. It's a great option. Not the brightest, but this is definitely for I just need to see something real quick. I'm in a real dark room. I just need something real quick. I use it all the time. I love it. All right. So now to our rechargeable options. All right, we have the infamous clip. The Olight clip here is a spectacular piece of equipment. I love this thing. It charges with a USB-C. It has a very low light setting for reading. You can literally clip this thing, that's why it's called the clip, anywhere, right? So you can read. You can have it up for ambient light. You can click it on your clothing, your belt loop. I put it on my pocket for running. Now, what I like about this is if you hold the power button, you will cycle through 4 different brightnesses. And for the very brightest setting, this is a blinding light. This little thing is amazing. Double click and you now have a softer toned red light. All right, which you can hold and keep it on. This is what I will use for running in the evening. When I run in the evening, I just clip it to my waist, side against traffic. This way, as vehicles are passing by, they know I'm there, and there's less of a chance of them hitting me unless they're texting in the dark or running me off the road, which has happened before. So I do like this. They come in some various colors. We actually have the Pro version with our logo. It'll be on the website soon, but great option. And yeah, a little pricey for what it is. It is comparable to this, around the $30 range, But if I were to say one or the other, I'm definitely saying take the clip. Rechargeable, very versatile. I love this thing.
Right.
It's great.
Here is the O clip. This is not the Pro. This is the standard O clip. All right, let's see. Let's get. It's not bad for a little light. There's a red light. See, red light. Red light. Flashing red light. Not bad for a little light.
Great option. All right. Here we have the arc field. The arc field is the perfect EDC pocket light. All right. So you have the option to clip it in your pocket. You have the option to throw it up on your hat. Right. Perfect. I love it. And it's also magnetic. All right. So you can throw it on the hood of your vehicle. You can put it in an engine bay, shine some light. Perfect. Rechargeable. All right. You've got two light settings here, right? You've got your lower brightness, which is pretty bright compared to something like the lowest setting on the clip. And then double tap, you have ultra bright. And then give it your tactical flash. I like it, your strobe flash. Now, other feature. Some of these will come with a laser. So you have a light and a laser. Some of them will come with a light and UV, and some come with all three. We have a few options available. Right now we have a very limited edition of the navy blue ones that do have all three. So this one is the UV option, which I like. You can see fluids underneath the vehicle at night. I also use it to mess around with friends, shining at their crotch. Anyway, so I love this. I have been running a 2-week demo on this thing, and I just lost a single bar of battery after 2 weeks of, I would say, regular daily use, needing to find something, needing to mess around with something, or showing somebody playing around with it a little bit. So definitely phenomenal battery life. And if I were to say that, I'm putting the arc field over this, and I would put the arc field over the clip just because of the features here, the availability of, especially it uses the cordless charger.
Right. Here's the arc field. Low light, high light. Low, high. UV.
All right. So the last one here that I would recommend is going to be your baton. Now, this is a slightly more complicated product in that it's more than a light. So let's dial in just to the light itself, right? This is the baton. It's a very little guy. It does have the two-way clip, which is nice for your, does it have two-way clip? It does. You can clip it right here on your hat. I'm not going to do it because it's too tight and I don't want to scratch up my new hat. Anyway, so the Baton 4, very powerful, all right? It does have the battery indicator on the right, and it does have your brightness indicator on the left, all right? Press it twice, and that thing ramps up to ultra freaking bright. Let me see if I have some info on it here. We've got 1,300 lumens out of this little guy, so it is pretty darn bright. All right, so there's 3 power settings. You can hold it just like the Seeker, and it will cycle through. Actually, more like the Warrior. It'll cycle through. All right, and it does have your strobing option, what I like. So these can be bought on their own, and on their own, I would still put it above the i3 and the i5s because of the rechargeable feature. It's phenomenal to have a rechargeable battery. I love it. So I think that's a great option. Now, these are little guys, so it is kind of hard to hold at certain times for certain things, but it is a great pocket flashlight, plenty bright. It'll serve most purposes. I like it. But here's where the ultimate feature kicks in. You add this case, which doubles as a charger for your baton. When you put it in here, you can charge the baton up to 5 times on a full battery here, which is phenomenal. It also has a USB-C, which will allow you to charge your phone. So when we're talking about EDC carry and what you should have for certain needs, I think that it's kind of like a catch-22 here, right? So this is too big, I think, to just walk around with in your pocket, but it's also something worth having. So if you use a bag or a backpack, fanny pack, it might be worth throwing one of these in there, because you will have the ability to charge a device. You can also charge your other Olights with it. And then just kind of like a lighter, you can use it right in the case, which is kind of cool. You have a battery indicator right here. I think it's great. So in my circumstance, this goes in my daily bag that usually will go around with me in the truck. I have not put one of these in my long-term bag yet. I might. I just think I want something more of a full-size light, something like the Seeker or the Warrior, maybe, to go in that full-size bag. But I have this. I have this in my bag. I have this clipped on my bag, and I usually have this in my pocket. So if I'm going somewhere primarily during the daytime, I may leave this at home. This still stays in my bag. This still stays clipped on my bag, and I do have light if I need it.
All right, here's the Baton 4. That's pretty bright. It's very bright for a small light. Okay, low. High.
So if I were to say one light, if you were only going to have one light, I would still lean towards the Art Field because of what it is and size, carry. It's almost like having a blade, but it's just a flashlight. So I like that. So I would go Art Field, but if you're going to have two, I would go Art Field and then Baton Premium, which is in the case. We're going to have a few of these with our logo put on them, which is pretty cool. But this is definitely a phenomenal in the bag, in the vehicle option, which gives you a power supply. I love it. I also think that you need a clip. At the price point and the ability to put them just about anywhere, I've got about 5 of these, and they stay on bags. Throw it in a pocket real quick. Sometimes I'll just clip one on the kid when they're going somewhere, going to check the mail at night. Just throw this on and go get that mail. So I think these 3 are a must. You can do without the battery powered if you're going to stick to recharging options. But again, at the price, or if you can ever get these added on to a sale, which we will definitely do, we may even have one coming that we can add on to a sale. I would definitely go that route. If you're watching this and you are interested in purchasing any of these, why don't you reach out to us directly? We may be able to do something like a combo deal, get you a baton and a clip, or get you something like an Art Field and a clip, where it probably save you a bunch of money. So reach out to us if you need that. And again, remember, we only recommend products that we use on a daily basis. So there are plenty of flashlights out there. I've got some Amazon lights right here in this drawer. I'm not talking about them because I don't recommend them for this space. I want you guys to be able to go to the website and see one of these videos and know that this is a recommended product, or know that we don't recommend that product. So I'm not going to show you things that our team just isn't interested in. It just doesn't serve the purpose. Yes, we have a deal with Olight, but that's because we think that Olights are great value for the money and a reliable flashlight. Especially, again, remember, most people don't have just one knife or one firearm. Why would you have just one light? Why do you have one just one credit card if you have an emergency, right? So this is your average guy, everyday stuff. And I think that these products here, which I keep moving out of view, I think that these products here are great offerings from Olight. So these three right here, I would focus on. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Went a little longer than I was hoping to, but make sure you follow us on social media platforms, Civ Armory. Make sure you're following and subscribing to the YouTube page, Rumble page, and check out the new merch. We have our banner shirt here, or hoodie, or banner hoodie, and these hats have been on the website. I like them. They came out pretty well. We are also working on releasing a curved bill because a lot of times I would prefer a curved bill, especially out at the range. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy and stay safe.